Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley, and basically, I'm here to give you some divine guidance, some divine support, and just to talk about things that happen in our lives, whether it be traumas or, dealing with certain people and situations. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share a lot of the gifts and knowledge that God has given me, and I'm happy to do it. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about a dream that I had. And this dream was basically me planting things in a garden. I was tending to plants and potting plants and watering and just tending to all the green and colorful growth that was around me. And in the far distance, I noticed somebody from my past, and he was basically standing on a balcony, able to oversee me working in my garden. And as I looked up in the dream, I saw him sobbing and crying. And even though I saw that, I quickly turned back to my garden and continued to work. So when I woke up from the dream, I kind of had to decipher exactly what went on in that dream and how I could interpret it. And so the interpretation that I was able to gather is that a lot of times, and I'll use myself as an example, a lot of times in my life, I've had people that, whether it be friends or boyfriends, family, a lot of times I've had people decide who I am. They decided to ignore who I was as a person. They decided to overlook my intelligence. They decided to overlook my beauty. They decided to overlook my potential. They decided, basically, like I said before, who I was. They made up in their mind who they thought I was going to be. And a lot of times, when people decide to make up who they feel you're going to be, it's because they've already noticed your potential. They've already noticed that you have a great path ahead of you. They've already seen the light in you. And so, in order to pacify their insecurities, they decide that they're going to dim your light. They decide that they're going to make sure that you don't know how intelligent you are. They're going to decide to make sure that you don't feel good enough, that you don't feel pretty, that you don't feel handsome. This is for men too. They will try to decide for you whether you're going to be something in life or not, because it makes them feel better for you to be down here and for them to be up here, because as long as they're up here, they can feel good about their life. They can feel like they are ahead of you and getting more than you or doing better than you in some way. And the crazy part about that is the energy that people put into trying to keep you small, into trying to keep you from recognizing all of the good things that God has blessed you with, all of the talents you have, all of the gifts and abundance that you carry. And so a lot of times when you become more spiritual and you start to realize your potential and you start to realize who you really are, a lot of times it's the people that wanted to put you down, the people that try to make you feel small. Once they see you planting your garden and you're growing all this abundance and you are making a life for yourself. You're noticing that you're beautiful. You start to, take care of yourself. You start to make sure that, you're living your life for you. That's when these people, like the person in my dream, are looking at you from afar, watching all this growth and abundance, and they're wondering how that happened. They're wondering why it happened. And the truth is, it's because that's who you always were. That's who you always were. It's just that these people didn't want to see all of the potential that you had because they wanted to keep you down. And now they're on the balcony looking in the distance, crying because they can't take part in all of your abundance. They can't take part in your life anymore because most likely, once you realized what these people were doing to you, you got them out of your life. You don't even talk to half of them anymore. And, like I said, I can use myself as an example. I've had people that I went to high school with. You know how many times people I went to high school with called me weird? You know how many times people I went to high school with tried to put me down? Tried to talk behind my back? The people in my family that put me down and tried to talk behind my back? The people that I dated that purposely did things to put me down? It happens. And a lot of times I think in our life, when we are not sure who we are and we have people that come into our life that can see who we are before we do, and they're putting us down, and we tend to believe like, well, everybody's treating me this way, so it must be true. I must not have potential. I must not be husband or wife material. I must not be intelligent. I must not be beautiful. And I'm here to tell you that those people, they see you tending to your garden. They see all the things that you're growing, and they see your abundance. They see your talents. They see your beauty, and they are regretting. They're in regret because they have missed out on a great person. They missed out on someone who they tried to put down, someone that they tried to break. And the reason why they're wondering how you're standing there tending to your garden is because they thought that the things that they were doing and saying about you were going to break you down. They thought it was going to break you down enough that you would just give up, that you wouldn't put any effort or anything into yourself, that you wouldn't seek to be better or seek anything better. They thought if they put you down enough, you would stay down. And so they see you not down, they see you elevating, and they're in regret about it because they knew what they were doing to you. They knew that they were putting you down. They knew that they were undercutting you and stabbing you in the back. They knew that they were talking about you and trying to make a mockery of you. These people knew that. And it was all in an attempt to keep you from recognizing who you are and who God made you to be. And so I just want to let you guys know that when these people come apologizing and trying to get back into your life and knocking on your door and trying to spark up conversations, DMing you, whatever, texting you, calling you, I would suggest that you keep these people out of your life, because the only reason why they are coming back and trying to apologize or trying to make contact with you is because they see that you are doing better, when behind the scenes they were trying to break you down. Now they're up there crying about not being able to be in your life, when that's that is the path that they took. The path that they took was to bring you down. And so at this point in time, you cannot let people like that back in your life, because they will trample on all of the plants, all of the seeds that have grown, all of the seeds that have become this green, colorful garden that you have. They will come, trample on it, poison it, and it'll die, because they're not supposed to be there. So, like in my dream, I said I recognized the person was crying, but I ignored it. I went back to my garden, and that's what you have to do. You have to ignore these people and go back to your garden. Stay in your garden, keep planting your own seeds, and watch it grow. And let these people live in their regret, in their sorrow, in their misery, because they don't deserve to be around you. A lot of times, these are the people that really were plotting for your downfall, waiting for you to fail. They didn't want to see you win. And I think that's the most disheartening part about it, is that there are people in your life that were surrounding you that were toxic and didn't want, let's just be real, they didn't want to see you be anything bigger than them. It's sad. It's sad that these people are that toxic, that they felt like they had to keep you down for them to feel up. And, I just want to let you guys know that sometimes when you have a purpose, a gift, when you have a connection to God, when you are born to be that way, you're going to have a lot of toxic people in your life. Toxic family, toxic friends, toxic boyfriends, toxic girlfriends. It just comes with the territory. And, one thing I've figured out on this spiritual journey is that there's a lot of spiritual warfare. I'm not excusing any of these people for their purposeful attacks, but a lot of times, when you have a purpose, you have to realize that there are dark forces that are at work as well. And a lot of times, they're there working behind the scenes within these people. Everything that you are building now is who you always were. And there was nothing that you could have done for these people that would have changed how they were trying to sabotage you, how they were trying to make you feel bad about who you are as a person, about who God created you to be. There's nothing that you could have done. There's nothing that you did to make these people treat you like that as well. These people that treated you like that, they're also living in a lot of karma. They're living in a lot of misery, because a lot of the things that they try to put on you, as far as, putting you down and wanting you to be stuck in a certain mindset or a certain place in your life, they have actually become stuck. They have actually become everything that they were trying to put on you. They didn't want you to be abundant, now they're not abundant. They didn't want you to be happy, now they're over there miserable and not happy. They didn't want you to have love in your life, and now their love life is a desert. It's dry over there, baby. So just know that these people that are living in regret and misery, it's deserving. They got exactly what they gave. They got exactly what they put out. When you put out negative energy, especially to God's children, when you try to purposely do things to God's children, don't expect your life to be abundant. Don't expect your life to be beautiful when you are putting out so much toxic energy to other people. It doesn't work like that. Spiritually, it doesn't work like that. And I also want you to know that spiritually, these people have damaged themselves. And, that's why they are in the mindset that they're in now. And, I just want you guys to keep being yourself. Try not to think too much about what people have said about you in the past or how people viewed you in the past. The things that these people have projected onto you. You are good enough. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. You have all the potential that God gave you. And you are husband material. You are wife material. You do deserve love. You do deserve, everything that you can create. You don't have to live by the things that people have put on your back. So that is pretty much the message I have for you guys. I just felt like I needed to put that out there in the universe and, to the people and let you guys know what really goes on in the minds of these types of people that are now wishing that they didn't treat you like that, wishing that they didn't come against you the way they did. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped anybody out there that's, really dealing with this type of issue. And like I said, keep those people out your life because, honey, they will come in, destroy what you got planted, destroy what you've been taking care of, and run back out and leave you with the ruins. Trust me. But thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.